What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be replacing our stock muffler, or not so stuck, because I did this a couple of years ago with the removal of the old muffler from the car to make it sound a little bit better, but I guess we didn't do a very good job. We bought some cheap parts from eBay, and now the muffler is all loose and stuff inside, and we're going to be replacing it today with a brand new muffler we just ordered that has the exhaust valves like the race cars, and we're gonna be taking it over to the mechanic shop and we're going to be installing it. I'll show you the actual muffler right now that we have and see how it rattles inside. It's a little bit broken already, so it's time to exchange it. Come on, let's go. And as you guys just saw, it's got a wheel rattle inside of it. That's why we're gonna be replacing that today. So let's head over to the mechanic shop and let's get on with the work. Alright guys, so before we take it to the mechanic, actually I'm going to be starting the process myself. I'm going to take you along and show you exactly what we're going to be cutting and doing right under the car. As you can see, we have already lifted it up right there. So let's jump into it, come on. So right under here we have the old unit right here. See how it's welded on. Goes all the way back. Yeah, they're gonna be putting the new muffler over here where this one is right now. First, we're gonna start by cutting right here so we can see exactly how much space we have to work with. All right guys, so safety first, face shield, and now we're gonna take our cutting tool right here. This is a DeWalt I'm gonna be using with the steel cutting disc. Let's jump into the bottom of the car and start cutting. Alright guys, so here we got the old piece right here. Nice and cut off. Right there. That's how it looks under here now. I think we have enough space, but I'm not sure. We're gonna try it. Gonna try to fit it. Now we gotta clean off the cut and test fit the new piece. Let's do it. Changing out the cut wheel with this grind wheel right here, so we can clean that muffler right under here out. Perfect. As you can see right there, nice and clean. All right, let's move on to testing the muffler right now. Guys, it's late in the day today, and as you can see, we've done a little bit of work on it. But it's gonna be a little bit too late to finish it, so we're gonna have to catch you on a different day and finish this up real quick. All right guys, so we're here in the mechanic shop today. We're gonna be working in the muffler like I told you before. We are out here, right there, auto, air, muffler, and brake city. As you can see, we're gonna be replacing it and welding it on with Jeff. He's our mechanic. Come on, and we're gonna show you the work we're gonna be doing today.
take this block off. It's called the southern hanger. Take this block off. I'm gonna cut this off, and I'll cut this hanger to fit, and then we'll fabricate it to fit that.
Sounds good. Now it's just testing it out, see how it's gonna be fitting in there.
Stainless steel. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna get little rust spots on it. It'll look ugly. So when you put it up here, you still get the strength from the hanger, but the weld and stuff will be up here, so you won't see it on the muffler.
Exactly. So we're gonna be hiding that, so it looks good and it works good.
Function. Cut off this, we're going to add a little more support to it up top here. We're going to add it directly to this hanger, so you get more support over here, so you'll have support on the entire muffler.
Sounds good. Perfect. Look at that thing.
We have plenty of clearance. We're about to hit hung well.
Check that out, guys. He's an expert on this. Good enough clearance on the top and on the side. Good support.
Extension to be able to reach. You're gonna make sure you get all this slag out of the inside of this, because what that'll do is it'll inhibit the flow. Really easy to do here with a little sawzall blade. So you grip it tightly. Good clean full pipe. No restriction. Straight through now. Put this in here.
Put a tack wheel on it and hold it up, get it nice and fit. Looking good.
That's it. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Run it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That works.
Lock it up.
Next day here, guys. Today I want to finish up the electrical installation so we can have the valve in the muffler open and close. Right now it's closed, so we don't make any noise. Without further ado, let's jump into it and I'll show you step by step what we're gonna be doing. Come on. We're gonna be working on the back of the vehicle today. So let's open this door, and open the second door, and let's get to work. Now that we're here, we're gonna be taking off the seat cover right here. It's got a couple clips in the bottom. We're gonna be pulling it up, and it's got clips in both sides. And then we're gonna go back into the trunk. We're gonna pop the trunk and start working on it. Now let's take
the seat and pull it up on both sides, and then we can take it right out. Now inside the car, we take our plastic tool and we're gonna put it on the slit between these two plastic pieces, and we gotta put it all the way in so we can make space for our fingers to be able to reach inside. Now you can pull it off and put it aside. Inside you can find both cables that lead up to a cigarette lighter or the 12-volt connector. The brown is the negative and the red and black is the positive. Here are the things we're going to be using today: our strip tool, our knife, and these T-tabs. Here's the harness that came in the box with the muffler. Let's take it apart. Alright, so we got two connectors, which we only going to be using one, so we're going to delete the other one. Now the connector that comes originally with it is for the 12-volt connector, but we're not going to be using that. We're going to cut it off, and we're going to use the T-tabs right here. We're going to use the yellow ones, which is the bigger ones. And we were going to cut this cable because it's way too long. We only did about 1.5 feet. Remember, this is the connector that is going to be going directly to the 12 volts. Now remember the other one, we're gonna cut it off because we don't need it no more. We only got one muffler. That's for two mufflers if you have two of them in your car. So let's take this cable, unwind it. Now let's take our knife and make a small incision on it so we can separate the negative and the positive. Cut off the excess pieces of the wire, the protective sleeves. Now we have our cables nice and free, and we can take the strip tool and strip them off so we can feed our T-tabs on it. Now that we have both of them stripped, let's insert the T-tabs on each of them, just like this. Right there. Now we're gonna clamp it down and secure it. Make sure it's on. Alright, now let's move on to installing the other side of the T-tabs on the live wires right here. Let's take our knife and make a small incision on the side of the wire so we can have a nice connection with the T-tab. Make it easy, because these T-tabs are not the best at penetrating the cable, so this way we can have a for sure connection. Let's do it on both cables so we can make sure they are both on. Alright guys, now let's take our knife and make a long cut on the top and on the sides so we can feed our cables through this hole. Now that we cut through the carpet, there's going to be insulation on the bottom which we have to cut as well. Make sure to get it all so we can get our cables to fit through this hole that we're making. Now that we made the hole, it's time to feed the cables right under the carpet and the insulation, so we can lift it right up in the center and start feeding the cables all the way through until you can feel them with your fingers and you can pull them out gently. Be careful with the T-tabs so we don't rip them off as well. Alright, so it's time to move into the back. Now let's pull our seat down so we can have access. And I'm gonna go with the easiest way to do it, which is running the cable right under your seat and going on the side of the car. To do so, we need to pull off this plastic cover right here. It's got a bolt in the back. We're gonna take it off. It's a T25, as you can see right there. Perfect. Alright, now that we have it off, we have a nice access to it, and as you can see right there, the hole, we're gonna feed the cable right through it, and it's gonna go directly to the back. Now back here, you pull down the carpet and you can reach the cable easily. Guys, right here we ran into an issue. As you can see, the cable that is supposed to go all the way under the vehicle is not long enough. So remember that old piece that we cut off before? We're gonna use it to make a longer extension so we can actually reach the bottom of the vehicle where the muffler is at and make the electrical connection. Now let's repeat the same process right here. Cut both of the pieces off and have the cables exposed so we can make the connection with little bridges that I have right here, which I'm gonna be showing you in just a moment. Alright, so here we have them. Let's start by installing it on the positive cable first, and then we're gonna move on into installing it on the negative. Alright, now that we finished the installation, let's take our electrical tape and tape them correctly so we don't have any shortage on the cables right there, and we can have it protected as well. Alright, now let's take off the screw that is holding the tail light, and we're gonna feed our cable right behind the carpet, just like that. And now we are going to feed it outside of the tail light through its original hole and behind the bumper right there, all the way down into the bottom. Alright guys, to secure our cable, we want to run it behind this heat shield right here. Alright guys, now that we have the connection made, we're going to take a zip tie and attach it to the side of the car so we can have it fixed and not moving anywhere. Just like that, right there. And that's the heat shield I was talking to you guys before. Right behind it, I put the cable, as you can see right there. Now let's move into the outside and pull on the cable so we can have it secure on the top. Pull all the access cable inside the vehicle and put our tail light back into its place. Almost done guys. Let's start by putting everything back together. Alright guys, to finish our electrical work, we just got to put our module in its place. Let's take the module, connect it to the harness, just like that. And now let's take our cables and finish with the installation. Remember, let's use the red cable with the red and black T-tab, and we just gotta make them sure they are connected correctly, and then we can jump into the negative, which is the black and the brown on the car, and connect them as well, and we'll be all set. Well guys, as you can see, we finished that up right now. Now we're gonna turn on the car and test it out and see if it'll work. Come on. Next day here guys, yesterday as you saw we finished the electrical installation for the muffler. Now I just want to show you a little cold start that we're gonna do in the morning so you can see how good it sounds. I'm really happy with the results. It was great. I loved working on it. Had to improvise a little bit like always, but you know, we always can get it through and you can have it finished. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell item so next time I make an upload you get notifications. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.